States military continues to carry out large-scale combat operations in Iran to eliminate the grave threats posed to America by this terrible terrorist regime. Following our obliteration of Iran's nuclear program in Operation Midnight Hammer a short while ago, we warned Iran not to make any attempt to rebuild at a different location because they were unable to use the ones that we so powerfully blew up. But they ignored those warnings and refused to cease their pursuit of nuclear weapons. In addition, the regime's conventional ballistic missile program was growing rapidly and dramatically, and this posed a very clear, colossal threat to America and our forces stationed overseas. The regime already had missiles capable of hitting Europe and our bases, both local and overseas, and would soon have had missiles capable of reaching our beautiful America. This was our last best chance to strike, what we're doing right now, and eliminate the intolerable threats posed by this sick and sinister regime. And they are indeed sick and sinister. Our objectives are clear. First, we're destroying Iran's missile capabilities, and you see that happening on an hourly basis, and their capacity to produce brand new ones, and pretty good ones they make. Second, we're annihilating their navy. We've knocked out already 10 ships. They're at the bottom of the sea. Third, we're ensuring that the world's #1 sponsor of terror can never obtain a nuclear weapon, never going to have a nuclear weapon. I said that from the beginning. They're never going to have a nuclear weapon. They were on the road to getting one legitimately through a deal that was signed foolishly by our country. And finally, we're ensuring that the Iranian regime cannot continue to arm, fund, and direct terrorist armies outside of their borders. And we thought we had a deal, but then they backed out, and they came back, and we thought we had a deal, and they backed out. I said, you can't deal with these people. You got to do it the right way, and we will easily prevail. We're already substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is, it's okay. Whatever it takes, we will always, and we have right from the beginning, we projected 4 to 5 weeks, but we have capability to go far longer than that. We'll do it. Whatever somebody said today, they said, oh, well, if the president wants to do it really quickly, after that he'll get bored. I don't get bored. There's nothing. People were taken out in the first hit, and I guess there was another hit today on the new leadership, and it looks like that was pretty substantial also. So they're getting hit very hard, and we'll see what happens. A lot of people are coming forward. A lot of the people you would least suspect want to quit. They want to have immunity. They're asking for immunity, and probably at some point they'll be dropping, as you would say, laying down their guns. We were having negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack. If we didn't do it, they were going to attack first. I felt strongly about that. And we have great negotiators, great people that do this very successfully and have done it all their lives very successful. And based on the way the negotiation was going, I think they were going to attack first. And I didn't want that to happen. So if anything, I might have forced Israel's hand. So I think I was right about that. We attacked first. And if we didn't, it could have been, look, we're really decimating them. They're being decimated. And if we didn't, and by the way, we have massive amounts of ammunition. They have no Navy, it's been knocked out. They have no Air Force, it's been knocked out. They have no air detection, that's been knocked out. Their radar has been knocked out. And just about everything's been knocked out. So we'll see how we do, but we're doing very well. We have a great military, and they're doing a fantastic job. If we have a little high oil prices for a little while, but as soon as this ends, those prices are going to drop, I believe, lower than even.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 13. For it is the Most High which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Call Hulayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Philippians chapter 2, verse 13. For it is the Most High which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure. So little does Esau Edom know that he's actually performing the task and doing the bidding, the will, the pleasure of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Because this devil believes that he's completely and fully in charge of all his endeavors, all his plans, all his thoughts, all his moves, etc. When actually Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is the puppet master tier, if that's the correct term how to say it. We'll say puppet master, Salakia. Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is the puppet master, controlling everything, controlling every chess move, every play, every thought, etc. Man, okay. As it also stated in various precepts, man's goings are of the Lord, and roughly paraphrasing, how can a man know his own way? Okay, you should know that's Proverbs and Jeremiah. Okay, so this is what is being manifested from and by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that has these devils in the trick bag, because you have Trump saying one thing, bigging up the military and saying that their might is still better than ever. They have everything in control, and it's only a matter of time for everybody to wave the white flag and submit to the ordinance and guidelines that they're gonna declare and bring forth. All the lies, the deceit, the fraud. When you actually have their own people giving you the nitty gritty, the real. Okay, because when you go to another platform to watch what's going on in these other newscasts outside of America, they're actually giving you the truth. Okay, and again, you have their own people that's literally investigating and researching and getting the actual facts. Okay, which also goes to that house being divided, man. St. Mark chapter 3 verse 24 on down, the house is divided because again you have these Edomites, these blue collared, used to be middle class Edomites. They feel, see, and perceive that their comfort, their benefits, basically their white privilege is being stripped away from them. And now they're starting to feel the penetration, the pressure that Jake has been going through for so long, man. Okay, and you also have these other heathens that had no might for so long that actually have might, that actually have courage, that actually have military weapons, nuclear arsenal, ICBM missiles, man. Okay, because again, you have Jake in Dubai showing you what's going on, and Iran is not backing down, man. All the things that Trump is declaring and saying is deceit, is lies, man. Matter of fact, let's grab a precept on that. It's going to be a quick one out of one right to Zah. Okay? So let's go to the book of Psalms 101. I'm not going to grab a lot of various precepts, but I just want to grab, something quick. So this is the book of Psalms 101, verse 7. He that worketh deceit. Okay, what does that word deceit mean? Let's look it up for more understanding. Okay, deceit. The action or practice of deceiving someone by concealing or misrepresentation of the truth. And that's what these devils do. They always misrepresent, conceal. They might tell you one fact, but amongst that one fact that's actually truthful, they'll compile it and surround it with a lot of lies, a lot of deceit, a lot of fraud. So unless you're of the remnant of the hopeful elect and the Lord is dealing with you, you won't be able to pinpoint and expose and really know what the hell is going on. Okay? So again, Psalms 101 verse 7. He that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house. And this house is everything. It's everything that we see, everything that's been created. the universe, the moon, the stars, the earth. All this is the Lord's house, man. All this is the Lord's creation. And why do you think Esau Edom's going to have a grievous, horrific punishment after his 1,000 years of captivity, man? Okay, they have to be wiped off the face of the earth, man, because their nation is the real problem, man. And everybody that was in cahoots, that had some type of covenant, some type of agreement with them, which this devil doesn't keep none of his agreements. He doesn't keep none of his alliances, anything of that nature. They're finally seeing that, you know, this devil's the problem, and now that he has so much power, he wants it all. He wants everybody to submit to him. He wants everybody to, follow his lead. And he'll tell you, know, we're all equal, we're all the same, but I'm in charge. Okay, and these heathens ain't going for that shit, man. Okay, Psalms 101 verse 7: He that worketh deceit shall not dwell within my house. He that telleth lies shall not tarry in my sight. And what does that word tarry mean? Let's look it up real quick. Okay, linger, of, like, or covered with tar, but you know the main one we need is linger. So linger's perfect. So it's only a matter of time. So like, it's only a matter of time before Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah brings forth the final judgment, man. Okay, and then you know when actual Armageddon, World War III, is amongst us. Okay, because you know you have other prophecies that have to fall in line accordingly. You know the said measure. Okay, 2nd Esdras chapter 4 verse 37. The said measure has to come forth how the Lord saw fit and how we declared it for the real end game and the real last prophecy to be brought forth that is going to rise and raise Yahweh Shah back to bring forth judgment and give us salvation. Okay, so and this devil just stays speaking lies, man. You know, it's another video where he basically said that America's been doing so good. It's the goodest that America's ever been doing, this and that. And we here in Babylon the Great, we know that's bullshit. We know that's bullshit. As a matter of fact, I think I got that. Give me 1 second. I think I got that video. I think I got it. One of the beloved elders shared it with me. Let me see if I can find it real quick. If I can find it, I'll play it real quick. Let me bear with me 1 second. I think I might have it. Bear with me 1 second. This is it right here. All right, listen to this.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, 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 you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. Our country is winning.
Let's play it again, man. Listen to this nonsense, man.
Again, in fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, 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 you're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. Our country is winning.
And we know that's BS, man, because of you Babylonians, aka you Americans, you Edomite supremacists, you know how it feels to win. Y'all been winning for so long. Now it's time for y'all to face y'all downfall, man. Okay, because what is the Lord doing, man? Let's let the Bible talk. Let's grab some more precepts and we'll close out here. Okay, but you know, man, hey, the Lord is exposing you devils, man. You know, your skirt is being lifted up, man. Okay, and you have the weak saying, you know, we're strong now. Okay, so this is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, nor hid that shall not be known. And guess what? Everything is being revealed. Everything that they try to hide, they try to cover it, is being exposed. Okay, the Epstein files is nothing new. What was being exposed and broadcast amongst society in this captivity in Babylon, it's nothing new to these people. These people been doing this stuff, man. This is a regular hobby, a regular Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, however. Okay, it's in their nature to do what they do, man. It's part of their rituals, man. Okay, this is the true mentality, the true characteristics, the true spirit of these people, man. Okay, they're demonic, wicked, evil, man. So how could you expect any type of righteousness, any type of good, when it states in Jeremiah 13 verse 23 that what was made to be evil cannot do good, man? Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that real quick. Cause you know, a lot of you people are just bugged the hell out, man. You don't realize what's going on, man. The Lord made things the way he saw fit, and he made people to be the way that they are, man. This is Jeremiah 13 verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good. So can they do good that are accustomed, created, manufactured, okay, made, constructed by the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, to do evil, man? No, that's what they were made for, man. And guess what? All the creations of the earth, everything that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, he made perfect. These devils, these Edomites are a true depiction, a true definition, okay, a true meaning of wicked, evil, perverse, corruption, okay, oppressor, colonizer, all these things, man. And now, you know, again, the Lord has lifted up his skirt to expose everything about these devils, man. And everybody's seeing what's going on. But, you know, everybody has in their mind that they're up next. When that's not going to happen, because as I read in Proverbs, Philippians 2 verse 13, that everybody is doing the bid and the will and pleasure of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But let's continue. We're in the book of Jeremiah, so let's go up a little bit further. Let's go to Jeremiah 50. And let's read verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth, Babylon the Great, you Edomites? Okay, because this place, this land, this corporation, because that's all America is a corporation, has the biggest military, has the most intense and disastrous arsenal, the most flyer jets, the most I'm not gonna say technology, because a lot of people you know what I'm getting to. You know, they have a lot of military might, let's say that. Okay? How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How was Babylon become a desolation among the nations? And that's because of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, first and foremost, because the Lord is running the show. Okay, the Lord, and look, man, when the Lord sets up his men through all captivities to start prophesying, speaking against, edifying, warning, condemning, that's basically the start, the prelude to the downfall of that rulership, that kingdom. And then that's when the Lord is really putting in work and starting to really have these so-called rulers, these so-called people that are in a high regard and high positions, to really start to err, be sloppy, not calculate their moves correctly, and just be what's the word I'm looking for? It's like careless. Okay, so nobody is scared of Babylon the Great, aka America, because America used to be the bully, the big bad wolf. Okay, and now everybody else has been training and researching military tactics and putting their resources into ICBM missiles and their military might, etc. Everybody's, and again, that's the spirit of the Lord putting it upon these people, man. To really, stand up and to declare that they're not going to be bullied no more. To declare that they're not going to, take Babylon's SHIT, okay, anymore. So what you're seeing and what you have heard from this comedian right here, who's the president, is all a fraudulent rhetoric. Okay, again, fraudulent rhetoric. He's telling you these things to keep you in hope, to keep you in the same mindset that you people have had for so long, that you're untouchable. Okay, when that's not so. When again you have all these nations daring you. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, Iran literally told Donald Trump that we're gonna cease fire when we see fit. Okay, but again, it's the Lord's will. Matter of fact, let's grab 2 more precepts and we'll close it on out. I don't want to wrap this out as edifying, because this is a prophecy, man, and that's what we're seeing, man. We're seeing all these precepts unfold in our lifetime, man. You know, what a beautiful time to see what our forefathers and other men wanted to see. Okay? So this is Revelation 17, verse 17. For the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. So it's not their will that they're thinking and attempting that they're going to accomplish, but they're really accomplishing the will, the plan, the pleasure of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Okay, and you know, it's beautiful that we're able to recognize and to understand, you know, the mindset of our Heavenly Father and His Son, man, because that also gives us comfort, and it also lets us know that we don't want no smoke with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Hey, man, it's a scary thing to know that you don't control you. You can't manifest your own destiny. You can't, you know, buck up against the Lord and think you're going to take charge of your own your own spirit, your mindset. Come on, man. It literally tells you in Job that the Lord plants your instructions every day. Okay, so hey, man, look, man, it's good to have a healthy amount, which should grow abundantly daily towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Revelation 17, verse 17. For the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, have put in their hearts, okay, which is your mind, to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, which you should know what the beast is. I'm not going to go into the breakdown. You should know what it is, and if you don't, put it in the search bar. GMS, what is the beast? Okay, unto the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And guess what? The words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi are being fulfilled every day, because everything that we see that is being done, that is being manifested, is everything that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi stated in our Bible, man. And that's why we diligently, you know, stay on a swivel as watchmen, watching what's going on, you know, applying that 2nd Esdras chapter 9 verse 1, measuring the times diligently, man. You know, really tuning in to what's going on in the earth, man, and precisely through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, lining everything up with the precepts, man. Okay, so everything is being done by the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi for his pleasure. Okay, and literally, man, just it's beautiful, man, just to see it be done. But let's close out. I said something earlier, so let's close out with that. Let's go to Joel. You know, let the weak say I am strong, man, because that's what the other heathen nations are saying, man. They basically saying, you know, F you Americans, man. We strong now too. You know, we invested in our military. We invested in research. We invested to strengthen our nation, man. We invested in our resources. We invested in ourselves. You know, while you Americans was worried about food and worried about being faggots and all types of other stuff, this is what we were doing. You know, look at China. Look at Russia. You know, them Russians, man, them Russians are those are like the real tough Edomites. Those are like the real hardcore Edomites, some Russians, man. Okay, the most wicked and treacherous and evil and diabolical and just heartless Edomites are the Jewish, okay, ones, the Amalek. Those are the most diabolical ones, man. Okay, but this is Joel 3 verses 9 and 10. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, okay, all you heathen nations, okay, Esau on down to the other 16 nations, which is all heathens. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. So the Lord is preparing for that final stage. Okay, so it's going to be some uproars. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. You know, like Yahweh Shah said, you may hear rumors of wars and this and that, but the end shall, roughly paraphrasing, but it shall be near. Okay, what you literally see right now is you see Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah stirring the pot, setting everybody up. Okay, and again, as I just spoke prior, you have these nations, these men that have been training, been doing combat and boot camp and all stuff like that, getting prepared for war. Okay, because a lot of these people, a lot of these nations know the MO and the mindset of these damn devils, man. And they trust me, they damn sure don't want to go through what they went through years prior, man. So they've been preparing, okay? And that's the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, to make them have that might in their hand, man. So, they can basically show America that, playtime is over. We ain't bowing down. And that's basically what they saying, okay? Verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's what these heathen are saying. They're saying we are strong. We're not going to stand down. We dare you. And that's what they're saying too. We dare you. And all these countries, Iran, Russia, China, NATO, all these countries got each other's back. Everybody's going to turn against the whore. Okay, aka Babylon, aka America. Everybody's literally in preparation to turn their backs on this whore, because as you should know, what you should be keeping your eyes on, Trump is literally, which he did also too with Canada. He just literally broke the alliance and the relationship that the United States had with Canada, because he wanted it all. He wants to make America the top dog, but also too, don't forget, these devils are doing these things, that are being broadcast amongst society, but behind closed doors, it's one agenda, one mindset, one alliance, man. Okay, but I don't want to wrap this out, man. I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true sincere Aki and Wakwaf. So with that, I'm just gonna say, Shalom. Call on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Rakak B'Dash. Call on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Rakak